Finally got relaxed and settled in my home. Well, I've been here since like almost 11 now, so I got here kind of late. I was out hustling, as y'all know, my little DoorDash activities slash Uber Eats, and I was only out there for like maybe 4 or 5 hours, and it was raining. I'm talking like raining hard, like cats and dogs. And at first, it wasn't raining. Now, I knew the storm was passing through, but I didn't think it was going to get really, really bad. But in the midst of the storm, let me tell y'all a quick story time, because I'm not going to be on here too long since ain't nobody really up in here and it's late and I really want to get some sleep. So, story time. On one of my deliveries, I had an angry customer who got mad because although I knocked on their door, and I may have knocked on the wrong door, I don't know, it was kind of hard to determine which one was suite number C and which one was suite number D, because some of these apartments that are in the jankier neighborhoods out here, they'll have like letters written on the doors, and it's kind of like ghetto. So, anyway, they were in Unit C, okay? Well, Unit C was written on one door, but it also had Unit D. It said literally C/D. So I assumed that was their door. So anyway, they didn't answer the knock. It was raining again. I was out in the storm, right? So since they didn't answer and I didn't want to stand out there long because the rain was so bad, I left their, pizza on their doorstep. Now, why these good old white folks apparently got mad at me because I left their pizza on the doorstep and called me like 15 minutes later acting like they didn't know that their food was delivered, because you'll know when I deliver your food. Boo boo, I take a picture each time I deliver. So you can't sit up here and lie and act like you ain't never got your food on DoorDash, okay? Because, baby, I stay taking pictures, okay? Now, if it doesn't allow me to take a picture, what I do when people ask me to hand deliver it to them, that's why they were mad at me. I simply text the chat support people on DoorDash and I say, hey, I attempted to hand deliver to the recipient, however, they didn't answer the door. So I wanted to let you know, since I couldn't take a picture, I actually delivered it to them, but I left it on their door. I didn't want to leave it on their door, but like I said, if they would have answered the damn door when I delivered the food, they would have had no issues. So anyway, the man calls me, right? And I think his name was like Joseph, okay? And I was like, hello? Because no one really ever calls me from DoorDash unless like their food is missing or something, or they lie and act like they never got their order. And they was like, hey, did you deliver our pizza? Because we didn't see our food. I was like, yeah, I did. I left it on your doorstep. And it says Unit C, right? I said, well, it was a little hard to determine, but I did knock on the door that actually listed C and D on the same door, I might add. But nobody answered. I said, why? Well, I mean, this could, I just think that's kind of messed up because, it's cardboard boxes. You guys need to be more considerate. Da, 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 da. And before he could finish the rest of his sentences, I said, click. Baby, I'm not here to argue with you in the rain. It's storming. You lucky you got your motherfucking food out my black ass in the storm. You lucky I drove across town, from downtown, I might add, to the south side in the shithole neighborhood to deliver your funky ass pizza and your wings all the way next to the airport. That's how far he was, by the way. And I wasn't expecting a tip. I didn't care. So I already made my little change for the day. But yeah, he got mad because he didn't answer the door, but I left his stuff on the doorstep and I told him it was delivered in the app. He just didn't read. So I went ahead and did him a favor since he wanted to have a whole attitude with me in the rain. Okay, it's storming right now, by the way. And I told DoorDash, I don't feel safe delivering to this customer. I would like him blocked. Because, baby, I'm not the one to mess with. You want to argue with me and give me threatening behavior and use abusive language? I'm not about to play with you. I will block your ass. I'm not going to argue with you. I just want my money. That's all I want. I just want to be left unbothered. I never understood the logic of meeting complete strangers at their door with their food. I understand they don't want their food stolen, but bitch, that's the point of the picture. Look at the picture on the app. You'll see your food on the doorstep. And if it's gone, that's your fault. Because I even text you. Your food's on the doorstep. Enjoy. Hello, welcome in. Hi there. I just wanted to let you know that I'm new. Welcome, Nancy. Well, say hello to Nancy, everybody. Nancy Freeman's new. Welcome to the channel, Nancy. But yeah, normally I'm happy-go-lucky, but today is not a happy-go-lucky day. I was quite frustrated when I got chewed out over an order that I successfully delivered in the rain across town, I might add. All because he didn't want his cardboard boxes with the pizza in it to get wet. But I knocked on the door. Again, it was no fault of mine. If you don't answer the door, I'm not going to stand in the rain. I have other orders. What he didn't understand is that when we pick up orders for people around the city, it's not just your order. It's your order, it's another person's order, and maybe another person's order. One time, DoorDash did me so bad, they gave me 4 orders at once on the same fucking route because I was so close to the neighborhoods because no one else wanted to pick them up. So they gave them all to me. I had about 5 pizza deliveries in the rain today. 5. So just imagine all the big ass large pizzas I delivered to all the big backs of America because nobody wanted to come out in the fucking rain. And then they get mad because I didn't hand deliver that one pizza because they decided not to come outside their precious fucking door and answer the damn door. Don't blame me, blame yourself. You didn't answer the door. I'm not the one who's responsible. That's your ass. Like I said, I give people the courtesy to message you and I tell you, hey, your stuff is on the doorstep. That's on you if you don't get it. That's your fault. So anyway, that's all. That was the only little story time I had to share with you guys on how people decided to be a petty wop, knowing damn well nobody wants to be out in the fucking rain delivering food in the storm. Like, I'm talking heavy storm, not exaggerating. It was flooding downtown. I drove through a lot of floodwaters across the freeway and across the neighborhoods just to get his stanky ass pizza from Pizza Hut delivered. Yeah, so yeah, y'all might want to think twice and show some respect to the ones out here who are actually working their asses off to make a living, because that's just a side hustle for me. That's not my main income. Hallelujah. There are some people out here that are literally door dashing for their life, that because that's their only source of income. They can't either work or they're probably too disabled to work. A lot of people out here on Social Security door dashing. You'd be surprised how many old folks I've seen around this city door dashing late at night, picking up shit like Taco Bell and going to random retail stores, because DoorDash is not just food. People don't realize DoorDash includes a lot of random deliveries. Sometimes I get retail orders. I had a order one time at Ulta Beauty, the makeup store. Someone ordered a shit ton of makeup products and perfume, and I had to hand deliver it and get a signature from the person. And that's why I don't take a lot of retail orders, because they want a signature to verify that person got that order. And I don't want to make a lot of contact with strangers around this area either. I'm sorry, I'm not too fond of making contact with people like that. Unless I know for sure that the neighborhood is really, really, really bad and they want to make sure the crackheads don't steal their food, okay, I might make contact with you. But if you live in a nice suburban area and you don't have that issue to like really worry about people taking your shit, why do you want me to meet you face to face when I could just drop your shit off again, take a picture like I always do, and text you, and then boom, be on my merry way to the next order? But yeah, people get real salty and all up in their feelings when you don't hand deliver certain things, I guess. I just thought it was comical to me because I was just like, I delivered your food. You got your food. Like, what do you want me to say? I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to hang up on you because I'm not going to sit up here and waste my time listening to you giving me a whole rant on why I should hand deliver pizza to you in the rain instead of leaving it on your fucking doorstep. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not. It's stupid. But yeah, I'm just like to each his own. I've had my fill. And after I did my little hustle, I stopped by Wawa. Shout out to Wawa, my favorite gas station. I grabbed me a couple of snacks, some chips and some candy, and a couple of brews because I was over it. Because I said, I'm not going to be out here past 10 o'clock at night delivering to some ungrateful motherfuckers that decided not to leave their door, but they want somebody else to leave their precious door in the rain. No, I'm not going to do that all night. Mm-mm. And then on top of that, I have to get up in the morning to go to work. No. But yeah, people are on 10 sometimes. You'd be surprised how many rude ass people I've came across. It's very rare that I get them. Most of the time I come across a lot of nice people. But when they get all sensitive and their feelings about the way something is delivered or the way something is sat down on their little porch and shit, I'm not wasting no time. Block. Dismissed. But yeah, I'm not about to play these games with people. Mm-mm. But anywho, um, I had a pretty chill day until I started delivering food in the evening. But if the weather was a bit nicer, I probably would have stayed out a little bit longer. I was planning to stay out till like 11, but when the rain wouldn't stop, I was just like, fuck this, I'm going home. I can't do it anymore. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Damn, everybody just be hopping in and out. Don't say nothing. Like, what the hell? Well, it is late. It's off at 11:30, so I'm not gonna be on here too long. I told y'all I wasn't gonna waste time and be on here too long, so I'm about to go get ready for go to bed so I can get my ass up in the morning because I want some shut eye. But y'all have a good night. I hope y'all enjoy this little this little story time. Since nobody's really in here, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my precious brew and my snacks and call it a night. All right, y'all take care. Peace.